truth, you know what I mean? But what do you think of like the whole situation with, or well, actually, you know, I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to bleep it out. What do you think of this whole situation of the flu and the upgrade to 4G? Like, what do you think, bro?
Like, look, it's like this. We're never gonna know the truth. They're never gonna tell us anything. But they're not gonna tell us everything. Sorry, but when it comes to radiation, I don't like. I'm not like obviously 5G and all that. Yeah, it's radiation, but chemotherapy, I don't believe in that. I don't, even to the extent of using the microwave. I try my hardest not to. I cook food, and then as soon as it's cooked, eat it. There's no going back to it and warming up, because radiation sucks out all the nutrients of the food, isn't it? So radiation. So imagine when you have chemo, it's like sitting inside the fucking microwave, isn't it? You just get everything.
This is what I was trying to say to people. It's like there's no point trying to like really pinpoint everything that's going on, but absorb as much information as you can. Like absorb as much ideologies, and don't just fully like believe in one thing. Do you know what I mean? Just be open to everything that is out there with a pinch of salt. Like recently, I found this stuff from the Q movement, the Q Anon movement, and we've known about this MK Ultra shit that was like years ago. Like it's been out there. And it's bad, bro. Yeah, bro. And with this whole Epstein and Weinstein thing, brother, it's a madness out here, bro. Things are happening, man. Like, it's just peak, bro. We don't know what's going on. Yeah, I mean, I'm good though. I'm just gonna play my Street Fighter 5, make my beats, do our podcast. Don't mind me. You got to do your thing.
You know what it is? You know, because we're on a similar wavelength. Yeah, we could talk to each other about these things, but the people who just go work, clock in at 9, clock out at 5, come home, watch Love Island, watch the news.
That's the life they want.
Yeah, no,
that's the
you
life
can't
they want.
If you try and talk to them about these things straight away, you're crazy.
Yeah.
So
I don't bring this up with people at all unless they actually show signs that they see or think on this wavelength. Then I'll kind of get into it. Like, I hate going to people like I hate just going, hey, Brad, do you know what? Yeah, but it's what? No, it's pointless, man. It's a waste of energy, man. Because straight away they're like, bruv, oh, do you know what I mean? As soon as we have a conflict in like opinion, I just stop. I'm like, all right, cool, man, that's cool, and then that's done. Because that is what it is at the end of the day. Everyone's just got an opinion.
You know who has the bigger minds. It's like, for example, say if I don't know, you brought a friend to Barrow Fiesta and you was clapping bare food. And you was like offering them to try something like, oh, that looks disgusting. Looks like...
But they haven't even tried it yet.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
It's like that. Yeah. You haven't been open-minded to critically think of the possibility of something. Therefore, you automatically shut it down. And you're already thinking. That's what I'm saying about frequencies, man. When you think on something on a negative way, that's it. You're done. Do you know what I mean? But if you keep yourself open to it with a positive mindset, it's a different frequency, man.
You know how you just said about frequencies? Do you think, on the radio, mainstream music, it's always like sad and depressing. It sounds like you're attending a funeral. You think that
it's contagious, man. Music. This is why we say music moves you, bro. Bro, I was at my uncle's funeral, like R.I.P. to uncle, yeah, like last year when I went to Philippines, and I heard the choir was singing like some like religious song, bro, but the melody and the vibrations of the song, the vibes, just made me cry, bro. It made me cry. Like it wasn't even like I was sad or like, oh no, my uncle's gone. Just the song alone sounded really sad, bro. And I just went emotional. I was a wreck. I was like, oh, why am I crying? Like, you know what I mean? I'm not. I mean, obviously, I was upset about my uncle passing away. But I'm crying, bro, because of this. This song is making me cry, and that's just the power of music, man. It will move you, and if you're at that frequency where it can take hold of you, bro, it will, man. Like these things will take hold of you, bro.
Do you think constantly listening to mainstream, the mainstream radio, it can make people feel down though, because the frequency, it's like sad music, isn't it? It's
sad like music, the lyrics, words are powerful, man. Words are definitely powerful.
people say. Innit?
Very powerful, bro. And you know what? I have one god brother as well, and he's like, don't play that negative shit, man. Stop playing that depressing shit. Like, he'll make me stop playing music like that if I try to play it. And I'm like, all right, cool. Because I like playing some music like that now, every now and again. I don't know why. It's just like R&B, you know what I mean? Like soul music, you know what I mean? I like that sort of like emotional stuff. But he's just like, never. Like, stop that, bro. Cut it off. Like, he never listens to that stuff. Yeah, so it's just, is what it is, man. It's just, definitely affects you, though. It definitely makes you feel a certain way. Like, music can either lift you or drop you. 100%.
For YF and LS.
What?
What do you think? What's next for us, man?
Well, to be honest, the way I see it is like, obviously Kid and Baki and JE. Well, JE wasn't really. Oh no, JE was like, he was affiliated to Yoga, and they moved to 6-3 Entertainment plus 6-3.
Yeah.
So they're doing their thing in Manila, and they've got their own actual, like, they're doing their actual thing out there. So yeah, man, that's their activity. Kid did a project. Kid did a project with. Kid did a project with Krez, I think. Yeah. I think they had a video, but I saw a video teaser. So yeah, I'm yet to see that. Krez is out there. He was supposed to come back to London, but he got caught up in a quarantine and he's stuck out there, innit? So big up to Kid Krez, man. He pushing it for like the Manila scene.
My man's making
Manila hard, man.
He's making the accessories, all the chains for the rappers. It looks sick. So yeah, sick.
He's repping it hard for Hella Solid, and just Manila in general, man. He's like putting a lot of like new talent out on the map. Like, with visuals.
CJ from 63 plus CJ and them, and they're doing big things. And hold tight Tino as well, man. He's still putting in work as well.
Yeah, me and Tino's moved into more the vape stuff. I don't know if you saw recently. Obviously, you know, a vape. Like I've been trying to cut off from cigarettes for a long time, and vaping's really helped. I don't encourage anyone to vape in general. Like, start vaping out of nowhere or start smoking. I actually say just don't do anything that could affect your lungs, especially in this COVID environment. You know, it could be a downer. Luckily, I haven't been, you know, touch wood, I haven't been affected in any way so far where I felt like I've had the symptoms. You know, alkaline life, you get me, plant based, with a touch of ice cream. Just a touch though, and a couple wings there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just every now and again, not all the time, bro. But I've cut down on beef, 100% cut down on beef. I don't eat much beef no more.
But you know, Red Bush tea from South Africa.
Yeah, you told me about that years ago, bro. And you know what? I got a bunch of sorrel in my pantry, bro. Always got sorrel there, man.
Trust me.
Sorrel leaves. Always make a nice sorrel tea, man. None
of this half a pint of Smarties ice cream.
Nah, bro. That wasn't me, bro. Nah, it was a cheat day, bro. It was a cheat day. Yeah, but that's the latest for the gang, really. Still, T-Max is still doing his thing, man. Him and me, we had this thing for events. We're old school like that. We like the party. Do you know what I mean? Like, when it comes to hip hop culture, we like the event. We're not really about like the whole music scene and like networking and trying to be rich off of it. We just like the event where people come up, want to have a good time, party, and then we put on a show. Do you know what I mean? And I always try to keep the momentum going in between acts. Do you know what I mean? And T-Max is always on the scratch, and so yeah, we just like that, man. T-Max is always holding it down. He carried on, grabbed the mic, and I always helped him, man. He's my big bro. Whenever he needs my help, if I got the time, I'm there, man. Do you get me?
T-Max loves the steak at them events, man. He loves them steak, man. He loves them.
He loves his meat. He loves his meat. He does love a bit of meat.
I enjoy what you host as well. When you get on the stage and host it and introduce the acts, that's good as well. Because you're like the mic talking.
Yeah, I'm an MC guy, man. Still, man. I've always liked being a host. You know what I mean? Like, even when we're not at an event, even if we're just jamming at a house party or a house gathering, I just like busting jokes with people and talking nonsense. You know me, man. I love talking a lot of shit. A bit of a troll. That's just me, bro. Some people like me, some people don't. I'm Marmite, innit? So
you should. You should do the interviewing thing again, like you used to on LSTV, interviewing artists.
Oh, that was cringe for me, man. That was really cringe. I feel so bad about. I looked some interviews and I was like, I thought to myself like, bro, I'm parring these guys off. Like, I'm trying to par them off. Do you know what I mean? I was like proper trolling them. Do you know what I mean? And I had no remorse. It was anyone could get it. I was trolling everyone. Like, looking back, I feel bad. I was like, oh, do you know what I mean? The cringe, but I never regret anything I've done, but it was bad. Like I could have been a bit more. We could have been a bit more professional, not to whatever. But the name of the show was Tambayan, innit? So it just means chill out. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't supposed to be formal. It was just like questions with a bit of banter in it. So that was the plan. But yeah, because we didn't have notes. Like I do keynotes now. Like I write notes now before I do something like a video or something. Then it was just like whatever was in my head was like throw it out. Do you know what I mean? So it was just like, bro, it was a bit cringe, but it's the beginning days, man, of what we were doing, and I enjoyed every bit of it.
You know, the cringiest one I remember is when you was interviewing Bangs, Nico, and he started singing.
I'm telling you, all of them, for me, when I look back, I'm just like, why did I do that? Just cringe, man. But because of that, I think it kind of gave people this image of me that I'm just this clown, payaso, cool guy, friendly. And I think people kind of like saw a bad side of me sometimes because I wasn't really like that all the time. Like, if I don't know you and you're just going to get all mad disrespectful, you're going to get it, bro. You're going to get told, allow it, step away. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, like, it kind of got people to talk to me a bit more easier. Because I don't look friendly. Do you know what I mean? I got beard. I always used to be scruffy, bro. Like, I mean, like, probably people used to probably think I was a bit big-headed or like a fug, but I'm nothing like that, man. But yeah, I think it made it easier for people to approach me. And then after that, it was kind of like a spiral of, yeah, man, we do music, boom, boom, boom. And then events started popping more. And that's what allowed us to tour, you know what I mean? This is what I'm trying to say to people, isn't it? Like, when you're not doing something for the money and you just do it because you enjoy it, things will spiral and you will find a way to make money where you're not even looking for the money, if that makes sense. People were approaching us. Do you guys want to put on a show? We'll sponsor you. You guys will get this much money, blah, 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 blah. It just spiraled. We weren't even looking for money. You know what I mean? We just did it because we loved it. And it kind of inspired us to go, you know what? We can make something out of this. And yeah, we weren't famous or anything. We're not famous like that, like consistently famous, but we made a bit of change. We was getting by. We was doing things. Do you know what I mean? And
you know,
we just all carried on in our own ways, innit? So...
Do you remember SBO when
man, SBO was crazy as well, man.
No, the best one was when, you know, that girl who's half Romanian, half Filipino. And she was battling that.
Bro, that video went viral. That video went viral because it's obviously Filipinos were following, but it went viral. But that girl got demolished, man.
You had your hand over your face in the background.
I couldn't. I couldn't, bro. I had to cover. I was in shock. Like, bruv, like, do you know when I did the battles, right? I wasn't supposed to battle at any point. It was supposed to be like other kids battling. We were supposed to be doing it for the battlers, isn't it? But because some of them weren't turning up, I didn't want to disappoint people. Do you know what I mean? I was like, all right, cool. I just kept on taking one for the team in terms of the battlers, and I was battling when I wasn't supposed to battle. So if you look me up now, please don't say what my name is, but if they look me up now and they see me battling, bruv, like, I have no clue about battling. I was just like putting things together and, you know, some lines I wrote for fun and then like I threw them in, and it was a lot of it is just cringe. But I was never trying to be a battler. Like, really,
some of your battles were cringe, man.
They're proper cringe, bro. Like, bruv, I just like making music, innit? That's what it was. I like making music. I liked expressing myself, and I didn't mind performing every now and again, but I've never really wanted it that much, because if I wanted it that much, it would have been music all the way. Because I went from music to working a job to going into gaming, streaming. I did everything, you know what I mean? I just try what I like. I literally, and I tell everyone, try what you like, man. Try what intrigues you. Do you know what I mean? What something you want to pick up? Because one day, like now, like because of all the skills I built up, with all the things I was trying and testing, I've managed to think of an idea where I can combine all the skills I picked up. You know what I mean, Hunt? Like it's all about building your own ecosystem, man.
But some people are never too grown for a beating. Remember that. Trust me.
I ain't gonna lie. I think some people need it. Some people need it, man. You know what I mean? Some people have been lucky to not have got it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying any names. I'm just saying in general. I'm not pinpointing anyone. If anyone feels any way, allow it. Innit? Allow it. I'm a grown man. I'm not trying to be in like stupid drama. I'm just saying people who've never had a touch of that in their life. Some people deserve to get smacked in the face, like literally.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But a lot of people feel safe online, and then
But that's me. I'm a troll, innit, as well. Yeah, you know what I mean? But I try not to offend people. You know what I mean? I stimulate thoughts. I sometimes go against the grain, but I try not to. I 100% have no intention of offending people. But you know what I mean? But I was surprised to even say that I don't want to get a vaccine. You know, it made people go ballistic, and I'm like, why? It's my body. It's my body, innit? Yeah, it's my body. I don't want to get a vaccine. You know what I mean?
But that's good. It's choice. It's your body. So
exactly, bro. Why is anyone forcing me to get some vaccine, bro?
As soon as you put this on Facebook, I seen bare little snakes.
Yeah, bro. Just it is what it is, though, innit? It's like, look, I'm not gonna say, oh no, you're wrong. No, I'm not gonna say that because you're entitled to your opinion. But it's like, look, I just said that I don't want to do it. I've been in a third world country and I've seen kids who've never had an injection and they've been fine. You know what I mean? And then like people will drop in other analogies and not analogies, but other perspectives. And I was like, look, man, I'm not trying to get into it. I'm just saying, me personally, I don't want a vaccine. Like, I haven't had one for a decade. I'm not trying to get one ever again. You know what I mean? I've been eating as much more vegetables as I could ever since I realized how good vegetables and fruit are for your body. I've just been trying to pummel as much alkaline fruit and veg, bro. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to show the book. I'm going to show the book to people. Guys, learn this stuff, man. Learn this stuff. It's beautiful, man. It's really good. It will teach you to cleanse your body a bit more. Keep you less toxic.
Do you think there's a connection with vaccines, GMO foods, and autism and deformities? Do you think there's a connection?
I think there's stuff in it that can make your body feel toxic, and when your body's natural immune system, when it feels like something's not natural, it will try to fight it, and that's its way of telling you you're sick, like making you feel that way because your body's trying to deal with it. I don't know science. I don't know none of that. All I know is I can hear and feel my body, and when I eat vegetables and fruit, and when I don't take any medicine or other chemicals, apart from vape, which, mind you, makes me feel a certain way. I ain't gonna lie. When I have a vape every now and again, sometimes I get a certain way, and I know it's the vape doing it. But other than that, I don't want to really take paracetamol. I don't really want to take nothing, bro. Nothing. Like, honestly, just trying to eat natural food, and I feel much better. That's just is what it is. Like, I've been feeling that way for a good 7-8 years. I'm not going back. You know?
How do you feel about all this this scaremongering about vapes, about it can give you popcorn lung?
Yeah, well, it's debatable, isn't it? You know what I mean, I've been smoking for how many years? I've got mash up lungs for some reason, for sure. Vape, popcorn lung, bro. All I'm saying is when I hit the vape, I didn't smoke as much. I can breathe better. I could exercise. I didn't feel wheezy. My lungs, me personally, innit? Remember, everyone's different. Everyone's genetic makeup is different. Like, so don't take my word for it. It's just for me, innit? Like, listen, you smoke a cigarette, you're gonna die. You vape, you're gonna die. You don't smoke or you don't vape, you possibly might live a longer life, and then you're gonna die. Do you know what I mean? I don't think there's anyone on earth, right, on the record, who's lived forever. There's no one. So statistics say that you're gonna die.
You know, what? You're living in London, and it's like heavily polluted as well, isn't it?
Bro, have you been to India? You've been to Philippines? Have you seen China, bro? Pre-quarantine. Yeah. Have you seen how, bro? The skies are black. Like, they're smoggy, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like
the cities for pollution,
bro. Like Like obviously we're not the scientists, we don't see everything, we don't know the ins and outs, but there's been a major change since this quarantine happened, man.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? But pollution's everywhere, bro. When you go to Manila, yeah, and you see what the traffic is like, and then you see the smog from some of these jeepneys and these like buses, bro, it's peak. You're just like, rah. They breathe that in every day. You know, they're man there with like the trays and they're selling cigarettes and candy and that, and they're like, yeah. They're walking by the buses, bro. They're inhaling all them fumes, bro, every day, bro.
Yo,
Well,
that man,
you gotta imagine them man there. They grind hard, bro, but they have to do it. They gotta make ends meet.
they need to drink green tea daily. Clear out the fucking insides.
Yeah, man, you know that, man. Yeah. But hey, let's wrap this up, man. We'll pull out another one next time. But that was good. I enjoyed that, bro.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I want to do more. But when all this bullshit stuff, I want to do one where we're all in the room together.
Yeah. We will do that still, 100%. I've got enough cameras now, man. So yeah, this was Luckbox Q, guys, and my guy
LS.
Yeah, Hunter LS YF Hunter YFLS. Catch him on the socials.
Hold tight, everyone. CJ 63 Plus Entertainment, AG Kid, T Max, obviously Q, J Beats, everyone.
Yeah.
You get it.
Hold tight, all the fam, all the old school brothers. But yeah, like Blood Wreck, Luckbox Q, Lucky Cubal on Twitter. Not gonna say anymore, but yeah, look that up. Hopefully, you won't find any other cringe videos of my past. But yeah, man, like, follow me on the socials.
Don't forget youtube.com/Pinoy Skills Media.
Yeah, and TikTok as well. I'm on TikTok, Blood Wreck. Yeah, man. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, subscribe, like, and if you've got any questions or comments, make sure you write them down below. Yeah.
Sure.
Right. Out, guys. Peace.